Mike and I absolutely loved our time in Madrid, Spain, with its beautiful and historic centuries-old architecture, its vibrant Spanish culture, and of course, its delicious food. Hey, it's Tom
and Mike
from Take Time to Travel, and today we'll show you the must-visit destinations in Madrid, along with some hidden gems and its best restaurants to give you some ideas on what to do during your trip to Spain's capital.
We'll start at Madrid's most popular market, called the Mercado de San Miguel. This gourmet market with cast iron architecture was originally built in 1916 and welcomes 7 million visitors every year. Inside, you'll find dozens of stalls selling everything from appetizing tapas and Spanish meat and ham to fresh seafood, mouth-watering desserts, and creative fusion cuisine. There's something here for everyone, although the prices here are definitely inflated compared to other places in Madrid.
We'd recommend the nearby Casa Revuelta instead. It's a traditional Spanish taberna serving their famous battered cod since 1966. It's both delicious and reasonably priced.
Just a couple of minutes walk from there is another must-visit attraction in Madrid called Plaza Mayor, which dates all the way back to the 15th century. Over the years, this square has had many different names, and it's had 3 major fires and subsequent renovations. Plaza Mayor is now surrounded by brightly colored architecture and many different restaurants with terraces sprawling out into the square. This is a great place to grab a beer or some sangria and enjoy the views. But for food, head through the archway to Calle de Botoneras and head over to Cervecería La Campana. Their specialty is the bocadillos de calamares, or fried calamari sandwiches. They taste amazing and are very reasonably priced, especially compared to the restaurants inside the square.
While you're already in the neighborhood, we'd recommend wandering around the Sol Barrio. This centrally located district is a lively hub filled with many beautiful buildings, pedestrian shopping streets, tapas bars, sidewalk cafes, and the most popular churreria in the city called Chocolateria San Ginés. It's a must-visit cafe serving fresh churros and porras, along with a cup of melted chocolate for dipping, which goes perfectly together. It's open 24 hours a day and has multiple locations beside each other, but there's still always a lineup.
In the centrally located Sol neighborhood, we'll continue along Calle Mayor on our way over to our next stop, called the Puerta del Sol, or the Sun's Gate. This bustling main square features the Royal Post Office building, a picturesque fountain, the iconic Tío Pepe sign, and numerous connected walking streets filled with shops, stores, restaurants, and patios. And if you make your way along the gorgeous Calle Alcalá, you'll find some even more impressive looking buildings, like the Edificio del Banco de Bilbao and the Four Seasons Hotel, which is where you'll find the next stop on our tour, the upscale Galleria Canalejas shopping center.
Inside, there's lots of high-end boutiques with luxury brands like Rolex, Tom Ford, and Dior. Plus, if you head around back, there's this gorgeous little square called Plaza de Canalejas, which is a fantastic spot for some memorable photos.
A couple of minutes walk away is another one of Madrid's most visited destinations, the Gran Via, sometimes referred to as the Spanish Broadway. It's one of the city's most important streets, lined with lots of hotels and shopping centers. The Gran Via showcases early 20th century revival architecture with many attractive Art Deco buildings. The impressive towers and the buzzing atmosphere make this an essential stop on every trip to Madrid.
Just north of the Gran Via is the Chueca district, a lively, gay-friendly neighborhood with a vibrant nightlife. It's packed with cozy sidewalk cafes, numerous shops and boutiques, as well as museums and markets, and terrific tapas bars and restaurants, like one of our favorites in Madrid called Entre Santos, a modern tavern serving up tapas, eclectic entrees, and creative cocktails. Everything we tried here was delectable.
Continuing northwards, we'll arrive in Chamberí, an upscale residential neighborhood. It's more laid back and relaxed here, but it does have some lovely parks and great eateries. A couple of our favorites are Alma Nomad Bakery, which had incredible pistachio croissants, and a phenomenal Basque cheesecake. And just around the corner is Araia, which serves creative Mediterranean cuisine. The beet carpaccio with pesto stuffed burrata was exceptional.
Las Tortillas de Gabino is also worth checking out. It's a Michelin Bib Gourmand Award winner with the best truffled Spanish omelette. Fismuler, another Michelin-recommended eatery, is also a good choice for an upscale meal in Chamberí. We particularly enjoyed the giant schnitzel. Chamberí is a foodie's paradise with so many wonderful options, and for those Canadians watching, you can even find a Tim Hortons here.
Right beside Chamberí is another upscale neighborhood called Salamanca. Its grand 19th century boulevards are lined with designer boutiques, especially along the Golden Mile, called Serrano Street. There's also high-end dining options, attractive sidewalk cafes and restaurants, and the Mercado de la Paz market, where you can find an assortment of different vendors, and another one of the best Spanish tortillas in Madrid, at Casa Dani. We can't believe how creamy and delicious this one was.
On the border of Salamanca is the spectacular Palacio de Cibeles. Construction of this masterpiece began in 1907. There's also the Puerta del Sol, one of 5 ancient royal gates that gave access to the city. And across from the gate is El Retiro Park, one of the largest city parks in Madrid. This park belonged to the Spanish monarchy from 1680 until 1868, when it became a public park following the Glorious Revolution.
Covering 350 acres, El Retiro has many different gardens, as well as impressive monuments like the monument to Alfonso XII, an artificial lake called the Great Pond of El Retiro, and the Palacio de Cristal. Unfortunately, it was under renovations while we were there, but we still got a chance to check out this cool rock enclave beside the Palacio, with the waterfall behind it, making for a nice spot for photos.
El Retiro Park is also part of a combined UNESCO World Heritage Site that also includes the Paseo del Prado, which is one of Madrid's main boulevards lined with mature trees and various 5-star hotels, like the Mandarin Oriental Ritz, where we had our first 2 Michelin star meal at Disa. The tasting menu was spectacular, and the dining room was very luxurious. It's definitely worth the splurge for a special occasion.
In between El Retiro Park and the Paseo del Prado, there's Cuesta de Moyano, a quaint little walking street lined with stalls selling an assortment of new and used books. The Real Jardín Botánico, a picturesque botanical garden, and the world-renowned Museo Nacional del Prado, an art museum with Velázquez, Goya, and El Greco masterpieces in an extensive 12th to 19th century collection.
Another must-visit culturally significant site is the Royal Palace of Madrid, the official residence of the Spanish royal family. Spanning almost 1.5 million square feet, it's one of the largest palaces in the world. Right across from the palace is the impressive Almudena Cathedral, as well as this nice viewpoint with an expansive view overlooking the city, the photogenic Plaza de Oriente, and the Sabatini Garden, which unfortunately was also undergoing construction during our visit.
Just a short but scenic walk from the gardens is Plaza de España, one of Madrid's main squares, with the monument to Miguel de Cervantes in the middle, and beside the square is Parque de la Montaña, a nice urban green space, with an Egyptian temple from the 2nd century BC, called the Temple of Debod, which was rebuilt stone by stone.
Next, we'll make our way over to the Barrio de las Letras, or the Literary Quarter, yet another very walkable neighborhood in Madrid, with lots of attractive sidewalk cafes and restaurants, as well as some theaters, like Tablao Flamenco 1911. It's the oldest tablao in the world, and inside we saw a wonderful flamenco show. It's a small and intimate venue where everyone has a great seat to enjoy this incredible performance.
After the show, make sure to explore Madrid at night. The atmosphere is amazing. We love all the eateries, with patios stretching out into the streets all over the city. Madrid also does a great job with exterior lighting to make these buildings look even more impressive. For more dining recommendations, make sure to check out our Madrid Best Restaurants video. Please like and subscribe, and remember, take time to travel. Catch you on the next one.